What's going on, brother? Shalom. Welcome back to the Set Apart Man, where we talk about what it truly means to walk in purpose, power, and righteousness under the Most High Yahweh. Now, let me ask you something real. Why do so many men waste their time responding to haters? People who have no power over their life, their destiny, or their calling. We live in a world where men are fighting invisible battles online, arguing with strangers, feeding energy to negativity, and losing focus on what Yahweh called them to build. But a set apart man, he's different. He doesn't bark back at every sound in the jungle because lions don't waste their time responding to monkeys. But before we get deep into this one, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. And if you subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you can see when I'm dropping new content and you don't miss any weekly videos on manhood, purpose, or truth. And I'll drop this question in the comments, and I want to know what you truly think, and I want to know your answer to this question. How do you personally deal with people who throw hate or try to pull you out of character as a man? Let's talk about it below because I want to help brothers learn to respond with wisdom, not emotion.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room, you can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave like everyone else. You were born into bondage. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
All praise to the Most High Yah Shalom. Thank you for tuning in to another righteous spirit-filled episode of the Set Apart Man. Once again, I'm back at it in them trenches, handling that kingdom business. You know, the main problem with this is men letting haters control their moves. One of the greatest traps for modern men is emotional reaction. We've been programmed to think every insult deserves a response. Every jab deserves a punch back. Every post needs a comment. But here's the truth. When you constantly react to people who don't matter, you give them control over your spirit. The set-apart man doesn't chase validation. He doesn't need to clap back because he's walking in something higher. His assignment, his calling from the Most High. Man, let's go to Proverbs chapter 26, verse 4 in the Amplified. Do not answer a fool according to his foolishness. Otherwise you, even you, will be like him. You hear that? When you stoop down to respond to every fool, you step out of your position of power. That's why haters love to poke at you, because they can't touch your purpose, but they can distract your peace. And too many men today are losing focus, not because they're under attack, but because they choose to get off the throne and argue with peasants. The set-apart man understands silence is not weakness, it's strategy. Man, to drive this message home, I want to give you the lion analogy. Man, let me paint a picture for you. In the jungle, you'll never see a lion stop hunting just because a monkey is making noise in the trees. The lion doesn't growl or bark back. He doesn't climb up to argue. He doesn't even look up. Why is this? Because the lion knows he's not in competition with the monkey and the noise the monkey is making. He's in command of the kingdom. The monkey screams for attention. The lion moves in authority. That's why the lion is called the king of the jungle. He doesn't respond to disrespect because he knows who he is. Brothers, hear me out loud and clear. When you know who you are in Yahweh, you stop responding to the noise of people who don't walk in your purpose. That's why in Proverbs chapter 28, verse 1 in the Amplified, it says, the wicked flee when no one pursues them, but the righteous are as bold as lions. The set-apart man is bold, not boastful, confident, not combative. He doesn't explain his mission to the monkeys. He just keeps hunting. If anyone had haters, biblically, it was Yahshua, the Messiah himself. He was criticized, mocked, lied on, and even betrayed by people closest to him. But did he ever stop his mission to respond to his enemies? No, he stayed on the assignment. When the Pharisees tried to trap him with words, he responded with wisdom or silence. When people mocked him during his crucifixion, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Man, that's power. That's restraint. That's manhood. Because Yahshua understood that responding to hate can delay your destiny. Man, let's read Matthew chapter 27, verse 12 through 14 in the Amplified. But when the charges were brought against him by the chief priests and elders, he did not answer. Then Pilate said to him, do you not hear how many things they are testifying against you? But Yeshua did not reply to him, not even a single accusation, so that the governor was greatly astonished. Yeshua's silence shocked them, because silence from a strong man confuses weak people. See, the loudest one in the room isn't the most powerful. The most controlled one is. The set-apart man follows the same model. He doesn't defend his name against gossip or foolishness. Yahweh defends him. Man, I want every young man and even older men out there to understand why responding to hate weakens you. When you respond to hate, you exchange purpose for pettiness. And that trade costs more than you realize. Every moment you spend clapping back, you lose energy you could have used building, learning, or praying. You give people a seat in your head who were never supposed to have one. And the truth is, most haters are just spectators, jealous of your focus. They see what you're building, but instead of working on themselves, they want to tear you down. That's why in Psalms chapter 37, verse 7 through 8 in the Amplified, it says, "Be still before Yahweh, wait patiently for him, and trust yourself to him. Do not fret, whine, agonize, because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who carries out the wicked schemes. Cease from anger and abandon wrath. Do not fret, it leads only to evil. Let Yahweh handle your enemies. Your job is to stay focused. A set-apart man does not waste ammo on targets beneath his calling." You know, on a deeper level, I want to talk to you about the spiritual power of emotional control. Brothers, emotional control is spiritual warfare. Every time you hold your peace, when you could react, you win a battle in the spirit. The enemy knows he can't destroy you, so he tries to distract you. He'll use gossip, jealousy, comments, or opposition to pull you into arguments that drain your focus. But the set-apart man remembers what Exodus chapter 14, verse 14 in the Amplified said. Yahweh will fight for you while you only need to keep silent and remain calm. Man, that's divine strategy. Man, that's chess, not checkers, not weakness. Your silence doesn't mean submission. It means you trust Yah's vengeance more than your voice. So while others are arguing online, responding to comments, chasing validation, or defending their ego, you're building your family, your faith, and your future. That's dominance. That's true manhood. Before I let you go, man, I want to give every man out there, a way to handle haters practically. Here's how the set-apart man handles hate in real life, everyday life. Number one, he ignores it. You don't have to prove anything to people who aren't on your level spiritually or mentally. Number two, he prays for them because he sees and discerns their spiritual condition and how much they're lacking. Not from a place of pity, but from power. As Matthew chapter 5, verse 44 in the Amplified says, "But I say to you, love, that is, unselfishly seek the best or higher good for you, your enemies, and pray for those who persecute you." Number three, he stays productive. The best revenge is progress. Every goal you accomplish silences critics louder than words ever could. Number four, he keeps perspective. Remember, you can't be at the top of the food chain if you're constantly arguing with the animals that don't hunt like you. Lions don't look down for approval. They keep moving forward. So brothers, the next time someone tries to pull you into drama, remind yourself, I'm a lion, not a monkey. I move in silence, not emotion. I lead through action, not reaction. Because the set-apart man doesn't waste time defending his greatness to those who can't even recognize it. As Proverbs chapter 19, verse 11 in the Amplified says, "Good sense and discretion make a man slow to anger, and it is to his honor and glory to overlook a transgression or an offense without seeking revenge and harboring resentment." Man, that's true strength. That's true leadership. Man, that's true spiritual maturity. If this message hit home, man, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop me a comment down below and subscribe to the channel. And share this video with a brother who's letting hate steal his peace. And before you go, like I said, drop a comment down below answering this. What's one thing you've learned about controlling your emotions and staying focused? Remember, brothers, lions don't respond to monkeys. They lead the hunt. Once again, this is the set-apart man kicking it gun barrel straight. Until next time, stay bold, stay disciplined, and stay set apart.